why on earth would we want to do a juice fast? You know, I look pretty healthy. I feel pretty good. Both my wife and I live a healthy lifestyle. We have transitioned to being almost vegetarian for me. She's vegetarian, definitely. And then almost vegan. You know, when we're here at home, we don't cook meat or eggs or drink dairy. When we're out, it's a little bit more difficult for me anyway. She can always find something on the menu. You know, I'm still working on that, but everything in moderation, right? Temperance. But for me, in my family, there's a history of heart issues. There's also a history of heart issues in my wife's family as well. Also, both families, high cholesterol. And I don't want to come up to a wall one day where the doctor says, well, you got to take these pills or you're going to fall over dead. Even though you don't see anything here. I don't work out on a regular basis right now. And this is where I hold all of my weight. And this is a really bad spot for guys to hold their weight because that fat really affects the heart in this area. There's a lot of research on it. You know, my wife can get on here and she can tell you about her situation, but she looks great to me. Anyway, we're doing this juicing for total health reasons, to cleanse our body out. We're doing the 6-day juice fast, and it is to totally reset our body, to get all those micronutrients from the fruits and vegetables that are so vital for our bodies, and get them in there. And that is living food. You know, it's not dead food, not fried food, not sugar, not refined food. You need to get all that out of your body. And this is going to help us, I think, you know, I've heard it a million times, to think better, to think more clearly, to taste and smell better, to see better. All of our senses will be heightened after doing this. Now I'm going to take you along on the journey and let you know exactly how I feel each step of the way, and whether I'm having a bad day or a good day, I'm going to let you know about it. So come along with us on the journey and see how we do. I think it's going to be really great. Alright, so in the interest of our health and prevention of future medical bills, we've decided to go on a juice fast. A la Joe Cross, who's the Aussie guy who did a 60-day juice fast and dropped like 100 pounds, I think, and got off all of his medications. So here we go. Got some pineapple melon, some oranges, strawberries, celery, carrots, cucumbers, cabbage, which is a great cancer fighter. The cruciferous vegetables are known for fighting cancer. Peaches, mangoes, grapes. We just made some other juice. I'm making this right here for my wife to take to work with her tomorrow and for her breakfast. Just trying to come up with a good combination, but the first day is always the easiest. I heard the fourth day, or third or fourth day, is the hardest. We'll see how that goes. We're going to do a 6-day juice fast. So, we're going to mix all this up together. I'm trying to come up with some good combinations. You know, there's tons of recipes online, and Joe Cross's website, I can't think of it off the top of my head. Let's just go check it out here. On my phone, he has got just a ton of good recipes. What is this called? Reboot with Joe. Reboot with Joe. He always talks about doing a reboot of your for your health and getting off all of the processed foods, all the refined foods, and rebuilding your blood. And there's just so many benefits to juicing that I can't name them all right here, but I will continue to talk to you about how we feel and what this is doing for our bodies. Let's check this out and see what we can make, and see if we can make a great tasting combination. Oh, first one we made, you can see the remnants of it right there was 3 oranges, 3 apples, 1 lemon. No, sorry, 2 oranges, 2 apples, 1 lemon, 2 cucumbers. It was very good. You want to be careful with celery. The flavor is great. It's very strong. So usually in an entire quart, I only put maybe 1 stalk, maybe a little less. So you want to be careful with that. That's from my juicing experience in the past. Look at that fiber that's left over. Look at all that beautiful color. Oh wow, this is gonna make amazing compost. You know, all the nutrients are squeezed out of this best that this particular juicer can do. You know, it's still fairly moist. Some other juicers are a little more dry, so they squeeze the juice out. This wasn't a super expensive juicer. I think we bought it maybe 6 or 7 years ago, and it was, oh, I want to say maybe $20. This is the Jack LaLanne Power Juicer Express. It works wonderfully, but like I said, other juicers are able to pull out more juice than this particular brand. You know, you go $400 or $500 for a juicer and you're gonna get more juice, but we didn't have $400 or $500, so this one works just fine. You can see that it filled up pretty quickly. Okay, well here's day 2. Well, technically still day 1, meal 2. I've got pear and cabbage and kale and ginger. We'll see how this one turns out. So this didn't yield much. I put 2 pears in there, which actually gave most of that juice. I put about 1/3 a head of cabbage, 2 kale stalks, and I've only got about 2.5 cups of juice. So, you know, maybe it's a function of this juicer. And like I said, it feels fairly dry when it comes out the back, but it's not 100%. And it's not a $500 juicer, like I said earlier in the other video. But this is going to take a lot to produce the amount of juice I need to fill up for these next 5.5 days. Alright, let's give this one a shot. Wow, that's pretty good. I'm very surprised. Ginger, cabbage, kale, pear. And it's very sweet because that pear juice, you know, the color, if you can see that there, is it like a deep purple? From that red cabbage. I do have to say that's a red cabbage, not a green cabbage. That is really good. I am so surprised. I might put that recipe on my blog because that is stunningly good.
Ooh, it sounds like I'm in a cruise ship.
Wow. The only thing here is it's not enough for me this morning. I think I'm going to have at least, you know, this is a 12-ounce glass, and I think I said 2.5 cups is all that made. You can see the cabbage here, and I did use some last night, but I'll have to come up with another combination and have a little bit extra this morning because I am hungry. Let's see how I am after this. Okay, here's my second breakfast juice, and it's not much. 5 carrots, 1 orange, a handful of cilantro, which didn't yield any juice, and 2 stalks of kale. Note to everyone, this thing won't juice. It doesn't juice leaves very well. The kale's alright because of the stalk, but the cilantro, not so good. Alright, let's give this one a taste. Alright, here's this one. You can see it's less than, I didn't look at the ounces in the measuring cup, but that's probably 9 ounces from a whole orange. I guess they're medium-sized orange. 2 stalks of kale, 5 carrots, and a handful of cilantro. Let's see how this tastes.
You're dropping it. You're dripping it.
Apparently I'm dripping it.
You're dripping it.
This one is it's okay. It's not as good as that one I just made with the cabbage, but pretty good. Okay, dinner update, start of day 2. The one I made for myself, I was trying to replicate the one I made earlier today with the purple cabbage, ginger, pear. It did not turn out good at all. Way too much ginger. Gave my wife a sip and she was like, not having it. I slammed the entire thing, but it was not good. So I made her another one. Classic combination. Pineapple, mango, peach. It was awesome. And she drank the whole thing. So now I've made her 2 more for her breakfast and her lunch. Let's check them out right here. We've got carrot, pineapple, mango right here. That one seems to be pretty tasty. Very sweet. And then this one is cucumber, apple, strawberry. And that one is really, really refreshing. Very, very good. I like both of these combinations. I really do need to write these down. I think this one was about, I just did a big handful of strawberries. However many that was. 1 cucumber and 2 apples. And it gave you that much juice. And then it was like 4 carrots, 1 mango, and half a pineapple in this one. You can see it yielded less. The pineapple gives you a lot of juice. The mango, not so much. Alright everybody, this is still technically day 2. After lunchtime, it'll start day 3. And I've got celery, tomato, cucumber, lemon, and apple because I needed a little sweetness. It was good as a savory drink, but that little bit of sweetness from the apple does wonders. And a large apple, like the size of your fist, will give you about a cup of juice. So I think I did 3 tomatoes, 1 cucumber, 1.5 stalks of celery, a half of a large lemon, and then the apple. That's a winner for breakfast for sure. One thing I noticed about this juicer is that it gets a decent amount of pulp in the juice. You know, it's not overwhelming and you can still drink the juice smoothly, but I noticed when you take the top off here that right under the blade and basket that spin, there's a gap. And as the blade is spinning, it throws out the pulp and eventually back into this catchment basin back here. Well, it's spinning so hard and it's bouncing off the inside of this piece right here, that it accumulates around this area. And there's also, there's a gap under the basket, and there's a gap from the basket to the wall of this portion. And the pulp gets down in there. And when you take the blade out, I don't know if I can do this one-handed. Okay, so when you take this blade out, there's a shield here, this lip, that keeps it from flying into the this rotation mechanism here. But the pulp gets stuck in here, and then it clogs up this little chute. Clogs up this little chute right here. So you kind of got to wiggle it sometimes, and the pulp will flow out. But sometimes it gets stuck in there. Not a big deal for me, but just so you have all the information on this juicer. Alright everyone, start to day 3, and feeling good, hungry. I've got another good one here. I keep doing the same combination. You get kind of stuck in a rut. I added something extra to this. This is mango, peach, orange, apple, kale. It's a little bit different. I got the kale, I got the green in there, which is, you definitely need that in your diet as well. And in this juice diet, you have to get some greens in there. So many good nutrients coming from your green leafy vegetables. There's a lot of calcium in kale. You're going to get the chlorophyll. You're going to get a lot of what you need, extra stuff that the fruit isn't going to provide for you. So make sure you always get those vegetables in there as well. Let's try this one. Bottoms up. That's just the right amount of kale. Too much kale and it's going to be overpowering. I can taste the kale, but I have the sweetness of everything else in it, so it's really good. If you were to make yourself a straight kale juice, I don't know how that would really go down for me anyway, but mix it with some fruits and you'll be loving it. Alright, what do I want this morning? This is technically the middle of day 3. So I got a couple of mangoes. Let's see, how about some strawberries? That looks good. Maybe we'll add some blueberries today. I haven't done those yet. I don't know how well these are going to juice. Look at that, local blueberries, nice. So 2 medium-sized apples only gave me about a cup and a third of juice. I'm not sure I'm going to make my 3.5 to 4 cups. That is a good amount for me with what I have here. We might have to add an orange or something like that, but we'll see. The carrots yield a lot of juice. The strawberries yield a lot of juice. Like I said, I never juiced the blueberries, but they're expensive and I'm not going to juice a whole ton of them. I just want the vital nutrients from them, the antioxidants, etc. The mangoes don't juice very well at all, but they do give you some of the fiber. It's more of a thick juice. Look at that delicious rainbow of beautiful fruit juices. Well, this particular machine makes them frothy, and like I said, the mango juice is fairly thick. The blueberry juice didn't yield much. The blueberries, I put 3 handfuls in there. But like I said, I knew it wouldn't. They shot through here pretty quick, but I got the nutrients from them. So we've got carrot, blueberry, mango, apple, and I did actually, for a little extra juice, throw in a couple of mandarin oranges because it just didn't come up to the amount that I needed.
Wow.
Yeah, wow, look at that. And then look at that. I'm going to mix that up. Look at the layers of juice in there. You can tell it's light and fluffy and thick and thin, and this makes a really like light, I guess the only term I can think of is airy, frothy, fluffy drink when you juice some of these fruits, especially the mangoes and the peaches. They really give it a nice frothiness to it. Let's try it. All right, here we are, middle of day 3. Oh, that's so good. Wow. Incredibly sweet. Now, if any of you are going to do this, you need to consult with a doctor first if you have your current medical conditions. This is a lot of sugar, natural sugar, but it's a lot of sugar nonetheless. So I don't want any of you getting harmed by, we're not giving medical advice, we're giving nutritional experience. I don't know. You gotta be careful what you say nowadays, but I've seen this done 1,000 times. I've seen the results of it. I know some of the science behind it, and just consult with your doctor first before you try this. This is just our experience. This is fantastic. And this is gonna fill me up because it's got that thickness to it from the mango. It's amazing. So this is, like I said, middle of day 3, and I know a lot of people hit a wall at like day 3, day 4. I feel really good. I was a little weak last night before going to bed, and I was moderately hungry. My wife was more hungry than I, and she's doing good though. She pushed through it, and she's gonna have a good day today, I'm sure of it. Now, for me, I lost another pound. I'm not gonna tell you my starting weight or ending weight. I'm 5'10", and I'm just amazed at just drinking the juice. I've worked out a lot in the past, though I've gained muscle. It's been hard for me to drop weight, especially around my middle, even with doing a lot of ab exercises. And this is actually slimming me down really quick. Like I said, I dropped another pound today. I dropped, 2 yesterday, maybe 3. You gotta weigh yourself in the morning and the evening, kind of get an average in there. But the morning is the best time after you use the restroom. Empty yourself first, and you'll get a more accurate reading. But anyway, feel good. Only been drinking juice for 2.5 days, and I feel great. So you can do it too. All right, we're at the end of day 3, technically. I've got cucumber, melon, carrot, and it is very refreshing. It's like a honeydew melon, but it's a crossbreed. I don't know what it's called. Candy. It's very sweet. It's very good. So the end of day 3, and I'm through 1 glass already. I have a glass and a half to go. These are 12-ounce glasses. And it fills me right back up as soon as I drink it. And I feel great. I'll continue to let you know how I'm doing. But so far, so good. I think 6 days is going to be no problem. And as you know, some people go 60 days, 100 days. Depends on you, depends on your mindset, depends on your body needs, depends on your desperation for getting off medication, your desperation for maybe losing weight, just being healthier overall. Cheers. Thanks for watching, everyone. Click on the video on the right hand side of the screen to see days 4 through 6, how we do, how we feel at the end, and we add up everything and see how much it costs. You'd be very surprised. We appreciate it. Have a great day. Subscribe to the channel and leave us any comments down below.